What's good? It's a boy dude reviews, and I have just pretty much finished watching Mulan. And what do I think about it? Well, what is it? It's a 2020 American action drama film produced by Walt Disney Pictures. It is a live action adaptation of the 1998 animated film of the same name, based on the Chinese folklore The Ballad of Mulan. The film stars Liu Yifei in the title role, alongside Donnie Yen, Jason Scott Lee, Yonson Alin, Gon Lee, and Jet Li in supporting roles. It is directed by Nikki Caro with screenplay by Rick Jaffa, Amanda Silva, Lauren Hynek, and Elizabeth Martin. And plans for a live action remake began way back in 2010, but the budget stalled in development. Heck, in March 2015, a new attempt was announced and Caro was hired to direct the film in February 2017. And with filming taking place in China and New Zealand, and with a budget of 200 million, it is the most expensive film ever made by a female director. And the film premiered on March 9th, 2020, originally scheduled to be theatrically released in a few weeks after that, but then it was delayed multiple times on the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, and Disney eventually announced that it would instead release the film on September 4th, 2020 on Disney Plus for a premium fee in countries where the service had launched, and it will have a traditional theatrical release in countries without Disney Plus where theaters have reopened. And so far, the film has received generally positive reviews from critics who praise the action sequences, the visuals, and performances, while criticizing the screenplay. And so far, a sequel is in development with Chris Bender, Jason T. Reed, and Jake Weiner returning as producers. And yeah, that's going to be interesting. Is it going to be a remake of the direct-to-video Mulan? Well, we're just going to find out for that. And yeah, what do I think about this film? Well, I went into this film literally just finishing watching the original Mulan. I watched it last night and I really loved that one. I've already done my review of Mulan, and my thoughts and opinions are pretty much still the same, except that I think I like the villain in the original Mulan a little bit more than I used to. And I noticed how fluid the animation was in the original Mulan, and I love the song sequences and all that jazz. And yeah, the original Mulan is one of my favorite Disney animated features out of all of them, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's talk about this live action remake, because this is why you're here, my do's and dudettes. And what did I think about this film? Well, let's talk about the good. And the good is that I really do love the actress who portrays Mulan. Like, it's very, very faithful to the original Mulan. Her name is Liu Yifei. I think that's how you pronounce her name, and she does a phenomenal job portraying Mulan. I love the action sequences involving her awesome lines. She's just so badass and so cool. And I liked how we got to see more female Mulan fighting compared to in the original one, where we didn't really see her revealed until towards the end. Her reveal is kind of yeah, we do see it halfway how it is in the original one, but she actually fights in her female reveal in a way, compared to the original one where we don't get to see until the very, very final act. And it was kind of cool, to be honest with you. I liked all the cast, they did a really good job. I don't know if some of the characters are the same as the original one, but some of them don't really look like how they were in the original one, if they were. But I thought they did a good job. They weren't as prominent in the film as the original one. They were just kind of in the background, to be honest with you. But yeah, they did a good job, to be honest with you. I also love the cinematography in this film. It looks beautiful. I think in terms of visuals, this is the best looking Disney live action remake, up there with The Jungle Book, in my opinion, in terms of cinematography. It looks beautiful. The shots, the pannings, just China, it looks so beautiful. It's just an amazing looking film at times. The soundtrack and the score is epic, and I like how they did incorporate some of the original music, the original songs from the original film, into this OST type of like song, to be honest with you. Like, you had like Reflection being played in the background, you had I Make a Man Out of You. I think it was kind of hummed a little bit, and yeah, it wasn't too bad overall. But let's just go straight to my kind of like mixed to negatives. And there's nothing I hate about this film. I just feel like as at first when I was watching it, I was kind of in because it did feel very different. Like, it starts off with a very young Mulan instead of like the villain in the original one. But as the film went on, I just started to realize how much I really enjoyed the original one and just how much I kind of missed the original one. And it just kind of made me want to watch the original one again, because the original one does so much that this one just kind of lacks. I feel like this one lacks in the humor, because the original film was very funny and it was very kind of like kooky at times, and that's what I really liked about that film. The comedic timing, the comedic moments, all the supporting characters in that original film had such a key role to play compared to this one, and I really feel like this one kind of failed in that aspect. But I feel like they really wanted to make Mulan the key figure of this film and just have everyone else be secondary, in my opinion. Like, Mulan was key in the original one, but the original supporting characters were interesting and unique to the point where Mulan wasn't the end all be all in that film. And yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, oh, that three trio dudes weren't in this. They were in this film, but they were very different looking compared to the original film. I also missed the songs. I understand why they removed the songs. They wanted it to feel more realistic, but having a witch transform into a bird, is that any more realistic? And there's a lot of weird comedic moments in this film. Like, there's a scene involving Mulan and in a tea, like in this like tea party dinner, and it's just so weird, and it involves a spider, and that whole scene was just kind of out of nowhere, and it just felt really off, and it just kind of killed the mood of the film. And to be honest with you, that was probably one of the worst parts of the film, man. But I just don't hate the film. It's just that I guess I can't be disappointed, because again, this is a remake and it's just remaking the original one while adding little extra scenes. I did like the scenes with Kid Mulan in the beginning. That was kind of cool. But overall, I just kind of was like thinking to myself, what's the point, dude, of watching this film when the original one just did it so much better? Like, the original one had better like moments. It had more iconic moments in this film. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep comparing the original one to this one, because that's where the heart lied. And to be honest with you, 20 quid in the UK, I mean, it is what it is. I could pause and rewind it, and I guess it kinda isn't too bad. I mean, compared to in the UK, if I had gone to the cinema, it'd be what, £11. So I mean, and that's just like, you're going to the cinema to watch adverts as well, and then you're there, with other people, and they could distract you, and you can't pause the film to go out and stretch your legs and all that lot. But at the same time, I would have liked to have seen this film on the big screen, like in 4K, in probably IMAX, just like seeing all the panning shots. I think it would have really boosted my enjoyment of this film, in my opinion. But overall, Mulan 2020 it's an okay remake. It's not the worst remake out there. I mean, that probably goes to Beauty and the Beast, my do's and dudettes, and The Lion King. But could I say it's the best? I'd still think the Jungle Book remake was the better one, because at least with the Jungle Book remake, the original Jungle Book film felt like it kind of lacked a story, kind of lacked a drive, and the remake kind of put more story and drive. The original Mulan had story and drive and all that, and I don't think it needed to be remade. Disney need to start remaking films that in the past just didn't work. Mulan worked in the past. There was nothing really wrong with the original one. I really liked it. I mean, maybe some of the weird cartoony Disney moments with Mushu were a bit annoying, but apart from that, it worked. And I just feel like Disney needs to stop remaking these movies, and they really need to just get in making original content and just keep trying with the original stuff. Just keep trying, keep at it. Don't give up. Don't give in to money, Disney. Come on, what are you doing? But yeah, I'm gonna give this film I think I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'm gonna give it a B minus. I recommend checking it out, to be honest with you. It's a pretty faithful remake, but I still recommend the original one, to be honest with you. But thank you for watching this review. Please like and share this video. Subscribe down below for more reviews of anime, manga, Disney reviews, and all that lovely jazz. But thank you for watching, and as always, Avoid the Review signing out.